Is our new theme music? Welcome.
Has anyone ever, do people ever talk to you about this show at all when you're doing shows?
Sometimes.
Is anyone ever like...
most people don't know it exists.
Yeah, well that's, I mean, as it should be. Hey, I look at that Patreon every now and then. I see those
You can see the numbers?
It just loads so fast. I know no one else is looking at it.
Yeah, that's true.
I just think about...
That thing pops up and says, congrats, first viewer of the page.
You're the first viewer this year.
Hey!
You get a free subscription.
I knew having one of those things that counts how many website visits on the bottom of the page would backfire. Remember those from the old internet?
Oh, yeah.
You'd be like, damn, there's 12,000 other kids also looking at Charizard facts.
Wow, I'm looking at this Zanga with 14 other people.
Yeah, this is thrilling.
That seems weird.
No, sometimes people will reference things where I'm like, how do you know that? And they're like, funny dinner. And I'm like, what?
Does anyone ever bring up that there's no theme music and we don't introduce
no
ourselves?
No one has ever.
Someone did tell me that one time. They were
Really?
like, you guys should say your names. It's like,
Imagine.
I don't know, there's two of us. I mean, who cares which one is
I know.
which?
Also imagine, like, if every time we did this, we went, all right, are we recording? Okay, I'm Dan. This is Eric. And welcome. Welcome to Funny Dinner.
No, I mean, those podcast clips pop up on my fucking YouTube shorts, and I'm always like, first of all, why are you in this set?
Do other people intro?
I think most people do.
Like if you're watching Cincinnati's two goofiest guys in baseball hats.
Well, podcast is radio.
That's true.
For the cool kids.
Well, radio is ever going, so it's not like you tune into the radio and someone goes, it's 9:01. Welcome to Dave's radio show.
Welcome to Dave FM.
Yeah. Yeah, because radio, they have to do it every 10 minutes. Every 5 minutes, you got to be like, you're listening. And it's like, yeah, we know.
I had someone...
Imagine you're watching like a late night show. It's like Conan.
Hello, I'm Dave.
Every 20 minutes, he's like, and you're here with Dave Letterman.
David Letterman.
It's like, yeah, we know. I'm a half hour into the show. You've done this 3 times. You've
been watching this for a while.
You've done this on every 5.
And when I come back, I'll still be David Letterman.
Paul Schaefer here with the weather on the 6s. That would be a funny, like, put him on the spot move. Jimmy just turns to the Roots and goes, you guys ready to do the weather?
What's it like outside?
And then, you know, I mean, a Black Thought's like,
Duh.
Questlove's laughing. It's a thunder shower of beats. The greatest band in weather, the Roots.
Yeah, where's the Weather Channel's band?
Greatest band in weather? The Weather Report?
I guess it's gotta be.
It'd be weird if not.
Oh, wait, what about the Dead Weather?
Dead Weather, you also got the Weather Gals. One hit wonder, but I mean, who doesn't love It's Raining Men? You know the original name
I didn't know that song had an artist.
I know, it's one of those where you're like, wasn't that just like a company?
I thought that was...
Columbia Records presents.
I thought that was a preset.
Yeah. You get a Casio, you push a button.
Yeah, you're hanging out on Dave FM. It's like song 14.
No, it was Two Chubby Gals, and their name before they were the Weather Gals was Two Tubs of Fun.
Nice.
That's great. Calling a lady a tub.
Of fun.
Your tub.
You look like a tub of fun, baby.
A whole tub.
I think the right lady would go for
It's
that.
funny because it's like a tub is as a measurement.
There are many
That woman's
sized
a whole
tubs.
tub. Okay.
Is it a hot tub?
I could eat a tub of peanut butter. Also, tubs, when it's food, it's like you picture a small bucket.
Yeah.
But
That's a petite woman.
Yeah.
I guess unless it's in the context of how much butter you
Probably
need
2
within.
tons of fun, and I'm just misremembering.
That's still...
No, it's probably 2 tubs. 70s.
That's still
We're
self-deprecating.
Fat Albert with the tub girls.
With Matilda Tubbs.
The tubs. Two Tubs of Fun. That's what we should call ourselves.
Annie
You're
Tub.
listening to Funny Dinner hosted by Two Tubs of Fun.
Hosted by the Two Tubs of
Two
Fun.
Tubs of Fun.
We get sued immediately.
No, that's great because I don't know if when the last time you listened to It's Raining Men is.
I don't know.
But the song starts with like a fake weather report and there's like rain sounds.
Oh, okay.
And someone's like, "Oh no, girls." So if like you're in the car and you're listening to radio, all of a sudden you see that.
Yeah.
You glance at who is this? You glance and it just says weather girls.
Oh no.
And then you're like, oh, it was the weather.
And
On
then,
GIRLS radio.
and then a minute and a half later, you're like, they are really taking liberties.
And a minute and a half later, you're like, this is an artistic. This is more danceable than when Al Roker doesn't do it this groovy. They should call him One Tub of Fun.
Previous Tub of Fun.
Yeah.
Empty Tub of Fun.
Hey, Al Roker, where's the other weather boy? And then,
Lifts up one of his giant skin folds.
yeah, you think Al Roker he probably gets the skin
He's got
removed.
enough money, yeah. He got his tub
He's no
scooped out.
Boogie2988. He can afford.
Hey, you watch that?
He can afford to get his skin
I
flapped.
was just about to, when I brought up skin flaps, I was going to bring that
No,
up.
it was quite clear. We both had a little gleam in our eye, going, "Oh boy!"
Because it just randomly popped up on my thing, and I was like,
It's sweeping the nation.
I was like,
You know the comic who roasts him in the crowd? That's my friend. I've done that room. I've had that
yeah?
room. Yeah.
You've been in the same room as Boogie?
Never. I now know, but I'm going there this weekend, and I was watching it with Whitney, and I was like, every time they'd show a business, I'd be like, "All right, what's the address?"
I'm going.
I'm gonna go there.
Don't go to his house.
No, I'm gonna go.
That did not end well.
I'm gonna go with a GoPro and then be like, I now realize this is a bad look.
The laugh that dude gives out after he shoots the gun is such a crazy panicked laugh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, it's like, the fuck are you doing, dude?
Now let's tell the viewers at home who Boogie is.
I guess he's a professional video game racist.
I don't think he's racist, though they did go out a long way to be like he likes the N-word.
He loves it.
It's funny watching these documentaries.
I also love the idea that he goes into such detail about everyone leaving and he's alone and he can finally say the N-word. It's like, you must do that a lot.
Yeah, you're
Like,
alone most of the time.
Just constantly be waiting to... Boogie is constantly running to the bathroom and doing some weird version of Bloody Mary.
He's constantly asking people to leave.
Everyone get out. It's happening.
I got something to say.
No one listen. I got something to say.
No, all of these, because he's like a YouTuber, and then now the thing is everyone makes these documentaries about the YouTubers.
Yeah.
And then I don't know who these people are really, but I watch them.
Neither do I. I didn't
it's
know
great.
who Wings of Redemption was.
Exactly. Because they're just like, here's some fat guy who blogs, and here's why their life's crazy. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Then 20 minutes in, they're like, all right, time to talk about N-word Sonic. And I'm like, what? And then there's just 5 minutes where they're like, why do you dress up as Sonic and say the N-word in public at schools?
YouTube.
And then you're like, okay. You're like, oh, the deep dive of Gary eats beans 2. And then you're like, oh, just a guy who eats beans. And then 45 minutes in, they're like, time to address the fact that you killed your wife and son.
Just cuts to a live stream of your family being held hostage.
What the fuck? Like, if you just watch it as the documentary, you're like, oh, it's just some fat guy.
It's just... I also love that the thing begins with, I was granted 9 months of exclusive access.
Oh,
like
yeah.
there was reporters outside waiting to get
yeah.
the story. And he's the one on the inside.
We're trying to get the scoop about a guy who's not successful on the internet. Everyone's like, we gotta interview this guy who the whole hook is that he's no longer notable.
He's getting funny dinner level views on his new videos.
We should compete with him. I'm gonna go record a funny. Let's record one on his porch.
We're live
Yeah,
from Boogie's stoop.
outside Boogie's house in Fayetteville, Arkansas. That was wonderful. No.
Yeah, I also love the assertion that at some point he was fucking even Fayetteville 8s.
Oh yeah, that was great. He's like, I mean, I get a Fayetteville 8. You're like, I did actually.
Does that just mean a live woman?
When he said that, he said something about there aren't beautiful girls there, and I said, there's tons of beautiful women in Arkansas. And then my girlfriend went, really? And then I went, I mean.
Shut up.
And then my brain struck. I went through a quick roll with that. And then I was like, well, technically that one moved from Philly, so that doesn't count. I guess she is carrying most of the weight.
Who moves from Philly to Arkansas?
Like 2 comic book artists.
Oh, all right. Well, why not?
If you're listening to this and and you are a comic, there's a good chance you are one of the people in this couple. Congrats. I think you're the cutest girl I know in Arkansas. Congratulations, Benji Nate Comics.
Oh.
You someday will date Boogie2988.
Hey man, it's Fayetteville. It's not your
Small
girl,
town,
it's
baby.
your turn.
Cool. It's not your Boogie, it's your turn. Everyone fucks Boogie. No, that whole thing was worrisome.
Do you mean that or his new girlfriend?
No, his new girlfriend, the whole thing.
All of it.
All of it.
Him describing his other girlfriend as like she liked child things. It's like, Boogie, we all know what
Boogie.
Boogie, there's a reason you're not sane.
Oh my god. Him going to try to apply for the job when he goes to the temp agency and he's like, I'm obese. If you Google me, it'll say I beat my wife. She's like, have you ever worked before? He's like, I worked in porn.
For 8 years. He says all that, and then at the end of it, he's like, how could I forget? I'm a felon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, also I'm a felon.
She's like, God damn it. If you just said that at the start, I would have given you the 2 jobs I have for
That's
you.
Great. It's like when I tried working at old folks home at one point, and they were like, you're great. And we're like doing scheduling and stuff. And they're like, we just have to do a biz test. And I'm like, well, okay. And then I go and do it, and they had they could do it there. It was like a thing. And then they come back and they go, yeah, you tested positive for marijuana. Is that like a
That's
thing?
one of those other old guys' bits.
No, and I just went, yeah, is that a problem? And they're just like, yeah. I was like, oh, sorry. She's like, why'd you make me hold your piss? You made me hold a cup of your piss.
I thought you were gonna test me for real drugs.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry.
because I figured my options were either to be like, is it for weed? In which case they'd be like, well, this is
Well, I guess you failed.
yeah, or they'd be like, no, but now we know that maybe so this guy. They should tell you though. They should be like, this is what we're looking for.
Oh, how many drugs does it cover?
And then you're like, I can knock out 4 of those.
I'm gonna pass this easy. Oh, Boogie. And also, I love that at the end of it, the guy just seems resigned to the fact that he'd wasted his time.
Oh yeah, he's like, this was useless for him and for me.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, I guess I got some subscribers to a YouTube channel I know nothing to do with.
It's his first documentary.
No, it was great. I thought I said it was great.
For a first shot?
That was actually what I heard. It sounds crazy, but that's actually what I'd heard going into it. Part of what sold me was I kept hearing people being like, for a first-time filmmaker, this is great.
Filmmaker. It's not even an hour.
I know. No, I kept seeing people be like, that Boogie documentary, for a first-time filmmaker, it's incredible.
And also, unlike all those other ones, it isn't just narration over a bunch of clips.
Heads.
Yeah, he's talking to everybody.
He gets experts.
He talks to his friends.
Yeah.
His friends tell him he doesn't need to buy the pizza.
Yeah.
We're here for you, Boogie.
I love that. I have a big house full of arcade games, and also it's just like a big, nice house.
Yeah. And all my
I better put $150 down each week to bribe people to come here.
So the whole GameStop on Washington Street comes over every Saturday.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you have a big. There's probably not too many of these people have that big of a table. So until one of them gets,
How the fuck?
yeah, like until they get that big of a table, you're the guy.
Yeah, you are absolutely the guy. Until someone can afford leaves for a table.
Yeah.
Because listen, your 4 is probably about an 8 in a normal house.
Yeah.
Just in terms of circumference.
No, he's got. No, it's beautiful. No, but the music in it was great because I don't know if they had to do this.
Amazing.
There's like Amazing Grace, all these like classics.
It's all clearly duty-free music.
Well, at one point they
royalty-free.
use Creep.
He got it at the
At
airport.
one point they use a cover of Creep, which Radiohead.
Do they?
Yeah, they do. Because I know before the vocals came in, I was like, wait a second, and then the vocals came in. But which I like to imagine, because Tom York and Radiohead are like internet weirdos.
Yeah.
So I like to imagine somebody really did reach out, and somehow it got to Tom York,
All right.
and then he was like, "Boogie, of course,
Boogie.
anything for Boogie."
Anything to get his story out
Yeah.
there. I'm out here creating puppet accounts on YouTube to
If
subscribe.
you want, I'll license the national anthem if you cover Daniel Larson. Do him next. I think it's Daniel Larson, but he's this guy who my girlfriend was watching Think About it, and the only part I like caught was that he consistently says that he's dating this like 12-year-old singer. He's like a grown man, and he's consistently like, yeah, I'm in a relationship with Grace Vanderwall. Just
Nice.
some girl who plays a ukulele.
Good for
And
him.
then people are like, yeah, we looked into it, and he's not. It's like,
Turns out he's not repeatedly admitting
and
to
then it'll just
pedophilia.
be like, no, I am. And then it's like, which that's an ongoing joke with my girlfriend and I. It's just claiming to do crimes that you didn't do. I did 9/11.
I was in the
The
plane.
cops will not arrest me, even though I did 9/11.
It would have been great if that was Steve Ranazizi's angle.
Yeah, I actually did 9/11.
I was in the Taliban.
I was actually one of the pilots.
It's crazy that you bring up 9/11, Howard.
Howard.
I jumped out on a skateboard, and then at the last minute, I jumped off the skateboard, so it was like I was just jumping off the skateboard.
I was one of the jumping guys, but I flew. He was great. Last year in Louisville, you had two options for New Year's Eve. Dan Alton or Steve Ranazizi.
And it divided the
It
town.
divided the town. From what I heard, we both had good turnouts.
New Year's
I was
Eve.
in the Titanic. That's my lie. I was in the Titanic.
I was on the Lusitania.
When I was a kid. What happened in the 90s?
The
No, it did
Titanic.
happen in the 90s.
The Titanic. By James.
That's a great 30 Rock joke. Is what he goes. Will Arnett goes, "This is gonna go down like the Titanic," and then Jack Donaghy goes, "You mean the highest-grossing film of all time?"
I thought it was. I don't remember that one. I thought it was gonna be a Tracy Morgan joke.
No.
This is gonna go down like the Titanic. Great.
The Titanic is a fat girl I killed during sex, and I'm trying to drown. And then they're like, "Good God, Tracy."
And Tracy Morgan confesses to crimes he didn't do. He's faithful to his wife.
That's true. He didn't cheat on his wife.
Never.
I just find he just finds trans prostitutes on the street, and then tells them they should get into typing school. Because you can be a freaky deaky and do data entry. That was a great joke, and then I got to be like, tell my girlfriend, yeah, you know, that's based on Eddie Murphy, saying that he did that. He picked up a trans prostitute,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I'm trying to help
It's an
her.
act of charity.
How many celebrities are like, damn, I'd love to help that homeless woman, but I don't need another.
I don't need another controversy.
I don't need to see in the press Michael Cera fucks an old lady in a box.
Oh. There's a lot of old ladies in boxes out there.
There's a thing of Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez back in the day giving homeless people money on Skid Row, but people think that, bless you, people think they were buying drugs.
I think they can get better
Exactly,
drugs than the ones on Skid Row.
Exactly. Exactly.
Dan is taking a sip of urine in a salsa
I
jar.
filled up a salsa jar with pee-pee.
It's like a dirty Seinfeld over here.
What?
Everybody loves drinking piss out of a salsa jar.
Salsa. You get that piss on your mouth and it helps you say it. You can go salsa. Salsa. They should put it as a condiment on the table.
Piss.
Piss. Is that what George said? No, George says about cinnamon in another episode. Because I think cinnamon should be right next to salt and pepper.
Well, what else would you put there?
Parsley.
Fennel seeds.
Fennel seeds. The fuck?
What about peanuts? Why doesn't everything...
Ooh, crushed peanuts.
Nah, man.
Oh.
Everywhere needs more of a Logan's vibe.
Yeah. Throwing the shells on the ground.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Can I have a hard-boiled egg? You're throwing the shells on the ground.
That would be great, a Logan style.
You're getting ribs, you're just throwing the bones on the ground.
Just...
I take a bite of a fry, and once that sauce is gone, I toss it.
Just throw your plate down.
Yeah. That would be a cool type of restaurant.
Where you could break stuff?
Yeah, you just smash.
Like Rage Room Restaurant.
Rage Room Restaurant. They throw like ranch at you, like across the. You're like,
It's Dick's real last
Dick's.
resort.
who's Dick? I'm starving to death. You ever go to Dick's Last Resort?
No.
Well, they probably.
I think I went to a
They
place.
probably
in,
go in. What does your daughter want to eat, sir? That's what they'd say about you. They'd roast you at that.
Because I'm an old man?
No, because you have long hair.
Oh, okay.
And the Dick server's probably not too good.
Yeah, they're just not good at their
They
job.
get mad. They get like the boss has like a little like a little audio thing on all of them. He's in the office monitoring. Like, yeah, I heard you just called a guy with long hair a lady.
That's
Step it up.
nothing.
Step it up.
That's nothing to me.
That's come on, man.
We this isn't Dick's points out factually
Yeah.
accurate things.
Yeah. Get in the zone.
If you want to tell
Look
someone,
at their teeth. That's usually.
listen, you could say that shit at Applebee's.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might get written up, but you're not getting fired.
Sorry, I used to work at Dick's Last Resort. It won't happen again. Just some guy getting fired from Outback Steakhouse.
Promise, I'd listen. Old habits die hard.
Flamin' onion for the flamin' sun. Sunyon. Kid's gay.
Gay.
Anyways, I'll be right back with the Diet Pepsis.
Happy graduation, son.
Your mom doesn't have a pouch, but I'm gonna ride in the front of her.
I'm
You
gonna
know what I'm
fuck
saying? Anyways.
You think those Dick's Last Resort waiters get a lot of numbers?
Dick's Last Resort. That'd be a good name to call the crew at 3:45 at Mag Bar. You know what I'm saying? You roll into the dive bar a few minutes before closing. You know what is this Dick's Last Resort? And then they all call me a slur. I'm like, I guess it is.
I guess it is.
Throws a roll at
Jesus.
me. It's a roll of quarters. Dude, did you not play pool? Thursday's free play.
It would be great.
Thursday.
I remember there are videos of this restaurant that used to throw like the roll at you.
Throw
from,
rolls.
Yeah, that would be. I would love if
Is it
you
in like Missouri or some shit?
I think so. Yeah.
I see billboards for it, and I'm always like, "What is that?"
Thrown rolls.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated.
Is that a hot new band I haven't heard of?
I'm just like, what does that mean?
Thrown rolls.
But somebody's like,
Yeah, they throw them from real far.
"Can I have a roll?"
And they always
And how
say
good are
like
the rolls if they're able to just, like hit the if they're like
if they can go far.
well not just that, but if a third of them can be at least a third lost to mishandling. It's not like you're it's not like you're like, we put truffle oil in each and every one. Yeah. And then every third one's foul.
That'd be hard to catch, man. That'd be a slippery
Yeah.
bun.
Buttery.
That is intrinsically a dry bun then.
Yeah.
Because if it's wet at all, if you you try and throw some Texas Roadhouse rolls at me like that with all that butter on it,
Throat rolls, but nobody mentions the padded butter. No, not battered butter. Battered butter. The guy tosses the butter up, hits it with the bat. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just on the bat. It's like
It just stick.
it's just now stuck on the bat. This is in the wood. These crevices aren't gonna be able to clean. I cleaned it, but the dog keeps licking it, so I know I didn't get all.
I know
of it.
it's not all gone. Should I just keep letting him lick it? The restaurant dog.
We have a 95, but that's just because we get 5 points off automatically for our bat
bat practices.
Our butter bats, which, hey, that's the only way.
How else?
Yeah.
Even the inspectors like them.
Like that old nun who made cheese.
Sure.
She was making it out of a wood thing. And then they were like, yo, you can't use this wood thing. This is unsanitary. And they made her use metal. And then all the metal shit was like, the cheese sucked. And everyone was like getting sick. And then they were like, oh, I guess there's like weird stuff in the... Never mind.
Never mind.
You have that wood bucket? And then she's like, no, I whittled it.
I whittled it.
Something else.
Something else I don't want to show you.
I can't show you that either. Let's just say I got a Petri dish. Let's just say I'm forming new compounds.
I got a PP dish.
Petri dish. Wait, what is this photo you sent me? It's a man.
Oh, we shouldn't do that on air.
Oh, yeah. What the?
You haven't seen his cooking show?
Oh, he has a cooking show?
Yeah.
Everyone does now. What is this, 2012?
Rachel Ray?
It's weird how, like, you and I haven't been doing comedy that long.
No.
But remember that I've already gone through a cycle of everyone having a dumb, drunk guy cooking YouTube show. Like, that was going on when we started comedy.
It's true.
No, he gets drunk and he has tattoos. And he cooks.
It's awesome.
He makes, like, grilled cheese, but it's, like, cool.
It's so cool.
Well, anyways, what happened to that guy? He makes grilled cheese now, but at a restaurant that he works at.
He moved up.
He no longer vlogs. Yeah, how many of those Atlanta comics are dead now after looking up Maddie Matheson's net worth? How many of that original, like, early 2010s Atlanta
He's as
scene
good as
dead?
killed them.
Yeah. I bet several people who worked at the Earl are now.
I wonder what that guy's up to now. Does
Maddie
he really
Matheson?
work at a... No, the one you were making fun of.
The guy you're making fun of. It's not even a guy. It's so many.
That's true.
That's what's funny about comedy is people are like, hey,
I had one
you're
in
making
mind.
fun of a specific guy. And then it's like, well, kind of I'm making fun of a macro trend.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, how'd you know I wasn't specifically thinking about that guy?
Did you know that was about...
I remember that was a Crank Yankers thing where it was a teacher being like, I sell weed to kids, and then I call the cops. And I remember, I think they were like a scared straight guy who also sells weed.
Nice.
But I remember thinking as a kid, that is the funniest thing ever. And then I played it for my mom, and then she was like, that is not something to joke about.
Children shouldn't do drugs.
Children shouldn't be doing drugs and adults.
No, Mom, they go to jail.
Yeah, no.
They don't get high.
No, this puppet's double dipping. Jim Florentine the puppet.
My friend, Jim Florentine the puppet.
puppet.
Jesus Christ. Gotta take this one back to the doctor.
Who else is on that? We got a lemon over here. You think your parents ever thought they had a lemon? You ever do anything so dumb?
I think they're still there.
That is true. Older age is that's the
now they thought, now they know.
Yeah. They spent 20 years going, I guess it's gonna be some sort of orange.
Well, it turned green. We can pretend it's a lime.
Yeah, it could be a lime.
It's more of a stress ball now. Smush it.
Hey, I bought a lemon. It's more of like a stress. Well, I guess stress balls help.
It's true. Stress balls have a purpose.
Do you think anyone's ever lost a testicle and then a stress ball put in?
Yeah.
That's what they should give trans people, because that seems like a lot of stress in this modern
in
world.
this
of,
modern time.
Yeah.
To take that kind of step.
Maybe that's what Al Bundy was doing.
Just constantly stressed.
Stress ball.
He did seem stressed.
He was, because he hated it.
Which is
selling
weird.
women's shoes.
Which is, It's nice to see. It's nice that was a simpler time where women's feet weren't fetishized.
That is true.
A man could be.
If they made that show today, there'd be 20 minutes of Joe List bragging about how he loves his job.
Yeah, it would just be the guy would love his job. He'd still hate his wife.
No, I don't like my wife because she just has 2 feet.
She only has 2 feet. No, she's an amputee.
Yeah.
She's got metal feet.
There's 20 billion ladies on Earth. That's way more.
And I had to fall in love with the one with no
There's
feet.
20 billion ladies. You know what that means? 40 billion feet. I'm going to get stepped on by everyone. You're listening to the New York Sidewalk Podcast. Sidewalk, an autobiography. 8 million stories, 16 million shoes. The New York Foot Fetish Podcast.
I wonder if there is a foot fetish
Feet
podcast.
of New York. Just people of New York. Just foot.
Do any comedians have podcasts now?
A couple. I think Stephen Colbert.
Steve-O's got one.
Steve-O. Shout out to Steve-O.
Tony Hawk.
He was going to be a guest, but we canceled him for his lack of riffing.
We got to get Tony Hawk on.
His son married Kurt Cobain's daughter. Did you know that? That sounds like a Hard Times article.
It does. Are they going to
Feel
start a
old
band?
Yet? Tony Hawk's son and Kurt Cobain's daughter. It's their grandkid.
Their grandkid is doing the new
Their
soundtrack
grandkid just
for
said Blink-182. Who?
Green Day. It's not St. Patrick's Day.
Green Day.
Oh.
Do you like Green Day?
Have you heard of them?
I declare I don't care no more. It's like, whoa.
Jesus.
Jesus, Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joe.
Billy Joel Armstrong.
Billy Joe.
Is that what Billy Joel calls himself while he's working out?
I'm like a regular Billy Joel.
Billy Joel?
Yeah, they both do the nicknames. When the guy from Green Day's writing a song, he's like, I'm like Billy Joel
Like a
Armstrong.
Billy
And Billy Joel, when he's working out, he's like, I'm Billy Joel Armstrong.
He's going to do it again on the moon.
Billy Joel from Green Day marries Louis Armstrong.
Oh.
I guess Billy Joel regular marries.
I don't.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
We hyphenated it.
Yeah. Oh my God, Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, it was Billy Joel. I'm gonna start telling people that that guy from Green Day, it's a punk name. It's one of those funny punk names.
What? You think his name was really Richard Hell?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's one of those fun punk names. And his name's
Darby Crash.
His combination of Billy Joel and children's toy Stretch Armstrong.
Because he was stretching the limits of music.
It's subversive, dude. Like, what if Billy Joel was a kid's toy?
That'd be crazy.
That's nuts.
Because he basically is,
man.
right?
What do you think, Jello Biafra? No one even knows the
Is this what it's like when I'm talking?
No one even knows the country my name's named after. The best is the drummer of the Germs. His name's Don Bowles.
Yeah, that's just a name.
Yeah, but then apparently I looked it up, and it's some some journalist who was looking into the mafia and then got killed.
Yeah.
But they aren't famous.
No.
So it's essentially just a name.
Well, who's Darby?
I don't know. Good question. I always thought his name was the Kentucky Derby.
Are you
Now there's a
excited?
guy named
It's coming
Darby
around the
Allin.
corner.
Now there's a guy in wrestling named Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Who he's a combination of Gigi Allen and Darby Crash.
Okay.
But then it's like you can't keep combining everyone's names if they're already stolen.
Yeah, they're already
names.
stolen names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jello Biafra. Do you even know Biafra, the country?
No.
Yeah, nobody does. They just think it's his last name. I guess that guy just changed his first name to Jello. And then
He's proud of his the family name.
Yeah, he's like, I'm keeping the family crest, baby.
But my name is Jello
My name's
now.
Jello. My name's Jello. You are what you eat. Looks like he is what he eats lately.
Did you ever go see him?
Jello?
Yeah.
I never had opportunity. I don't think, at least.
Seems like a dumb thing you might have done.
I now think I'm like I would have. That's why I don't think I ever had an opportunity. I would pay $15.
Oh, it's gonna be more than that.
And then I wouldn't go.
I would pay and not go.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It was more than 15. I pay for half a ticket. Just give me the stub. No, Jello Biafra, man. You ever listen to spoken word and then you're like, whoa, they should legalize weed.
No.
And I don't even smoke weed.
I just go listen to Henry Rollins and I go, man, everybody should shut the fuck up all the time.
This guy's angry. Man, this guy loves traveling. It's funny how Henry Rollins was like, he just loves traveling.
I know. And you know what? No airline humor.
No, exactly. He's great. His second.
That's integrity as
his
a public
second
speaker.
Tour is just him being like. It's stories about him being Henry Rollins at an airport.
Hey man, I do one show for them, one show for me.
The thing is, when you check into hotels, there's always a little soap. In the Black Flag days, we'd have to share a bar. We'd steal them off the nurse's cart.
You know, the hotel nurse.
Hotel nurse. That sounds like
That's who the ice machine is for.
That sounds like a 70s rock and roll song.
Hotel nurse.
Yeah. Like it's humble pie. Canned heat on top of the pops with hotel nurse.
Oh.
Hotel nurse by the Small Faces.
It's almost the new year.
Yeah, you were saying it's almost Derby, and I was saying it's almost the new year. Turkey time's coming up. Gobble, gobble.
You got any? It's important to think of your New Year's resolutions soon.
That's true.
Do you have any?
Learn to kiss.
I wrote one.
Yeah, whoa.
It's for you though.
Whoa.
I thought we could write them for
Yeah.
each other. Get booked on a cruise.
Yeah.
Preferably the Impractical Jokers cruise and have a +1.
I just mentioned the Impractical Jokers cruise this morning.
You what?
I told my girlfriend this morning about the Impractical Jokers.
You've waited this long.
Came up and
It's been years.
wow. I really got to do it. This is a sign. I got to email Dusty
She
Slay
didn't know who
and tell him to email Sal Volcano.
Hey, I'll get in touch with Q.
Oh, I met some girl at a show, like, did the thing on her phone where she was like, put in your Instagram.
Yeah.
So I typed it in and followed it, and then she pulled back, like, did the back thing, so it just showed her feed, and it was just a Sal meme. And then I went, is that Sal? And then she went, I love Sal.
Who doesn't love Sal?
Yeah, some girl in West Virginia is a Sal head. She's a Dan head and a Sal head. Bless you. I should have that girl vouch for me to Sal.
Yeah. Be like, hey, big fan.
Yeah. No, I told my girlfriend the anecdote about that Tim Dillon tells. I told the anecdote about me listening to a podcast. I got a fun story. So once I was listening to a YouTube clip.
You ever heard of Boogie? I got a tale for you.
No, when he's on the cruise and they're about to leave and they're like, everybody, your captain is Murr. And then all the crew, everyone on the boat was like, no way. Murr is not a captain. They loved it. Murr is not a captain.
Oh.
No, I would love to be on the IJ cruise. IJC.
I mean, it would be
The IJC.
the IJ.
We're all on
I'm
the
a member of the IJC.
on the seas. The high seas. No, I should get into cruise work.
Yeah, why not?
That's true.
Everyone hates it, so it must be fun.
Everyone shits on it publicly without having done it, which means it makes you a lot of money and it's an enjoyable
it's actually
work.
probably totally fine.
And it's a thing you can just...
Turns out it's actually just similar to work.
Yeah.
And so people don't like that.
Oh, man, you're going to go to Nebraska to do comedy? Oh, man, you're going to go to work? You're You're gonna go have an office job.
Have fun with table 44.
Yeah.
They need more bread.
Yeah.
I can tell already.
You have fun getting yelled at by your boss. Well, I go to an American city in 2023, which is identical to every other American city in 2023.
I can't wait to see their mural.
Yeah.
Oh, look. It's 3 black people with dreams.
Yeah. It's 2023, man. Every town has an Angel Wings mural. You're fine. It's fine.
The froyo place next to it is doing great.
The smaller the town, the more likely some Nepo kid moved back and opened a giant fucking entertainment complex.
You even seen Cookville,
Yeah,
Tennessee.
the shittier the town, the more likely someone's put too much money into something.
One guy made money
Yeah.
and was like, all right.
Yeah, I did the show.
How about Pokemon cards and rock and roll? I got $5,000.
Yeah. You just gotta find the guy who runs the monopoly in each town.
Yeah.
Hey, is there like an old mayor whose grandson inherited too much money and opened like I want to say a popcorn / roller skating?
The family who owned all the subways, the parents died in a car crash, and their son has all the money now.
Yeah. You think they would have died in a subway collapse? You think there are subways like in
New York City?
Yeah, like in the are there businesses down there?
No.
DC is that underground mall. I wonder
There's
if they have a
ones in
subway.
Japan, because isn't that where that Jiro guy is? Isn't he in like a
Oh,
subway?
you're right. Yeah, he's in a little
thing?
subway booth.
So there probably is. Does Japan have subways?
Mm.
Is that guy from Japan?
Yeah. Japanese subway. And it's cut up a bunch and you got chopstick.
That's just, what is this, a party sub?
He's chopped up a bunch and got you a chopstick. No, Japan's cool. The Rock people, because the people keep thinking The Rock's going to try to run for president.
Yeah.
He keeps in interviews, people keep going, so there have been rumors that you might run for president. And then he goes, what? Where is this coming from? And then people are like, it's coming from these interviews that clearly your PR people are telling them. Like,
So, I understand you're running for president.
it's like, but The Rock is clearly just having people ask him so he can be like, what?
Never.
No.
Just to see where's it at.
See what people
Let me see the
react.
charts.
When someone was like, if he runs, people will pull up old promos like this. And then there was just one of The Rock doing Chinese voice
Oh.
in front of a crowd.
But haven't they learned that doesn't matter?
No, I knew that's what people were saying. They were like, none of this matters.
Yeah.
And if anything, people would be like, this is funny. The Rock's so charismatic.
Yeah. Moana.
He can even kill it with racism. He can even crush it not with 1990s racism. He's always telling people that he's eating poontang pie.
Is that like a joke to him?
I don't know.
Is that a fucking
Is that a
joke
joke?
to him?
Is going down on women. Is that a comedy to you? Is a female's pleasure nothing? Now, The Rock's confusing because he seems
He seems so
he
big.
seems equal parts horny and gay.
Yeah, really.
It's like he seems like an asexual man or a gay man.
Yeah.
And also a horny guy.
I'm asexual, but if I were to be sexual, gay.
Gay, but also I understand that women are hot.
I get it.
I get it.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Smoking. No, The Rock he'd be like, I'm gonna go eat some pie.
Poontang pie.
Yeah, which it's funny that you're like, it's like how you have a UFC guy who's like, I'm gonna beat Makovich, and then I'm gonna go down on a woman.
I'm gonna eat pussy.
Pleasure a woman.
Men conolingas.
And then The Rock, to prove that he was good at eating your pussy, would go, if you smell, do that thing with his tongue.
The Rock's been eaten.
If you smell some shit, you're too far down. And then his music comes in.
That is funny, like when we were younger, men would be like, smell my finger.
Yeah.
No one was ever like, smell my lips.
Smell my lips. Smell your face, smell my lips.
Smell my lips.
Smell my penis.
Smell my cock. Smell my fingers.
You should smell her hand. It smells like my penis. I did reciprocate.
Smell.
You should smell her hand.
Oh my god.
I have a big mustache. So I was about to say it.
Like, imagine if I had a big mustache.
Imagine someone with a big mustache, and then they're just annoyed the next day walking around, just like, God, everything just smells like pussy.
Everything just, I'm living in.
God.
Oh.
It stinks over here.
It does stink.
No, you know who just came out recently in support of the B word? Andre 3000.
He supports the
Do you know
use of the word?
Andre 3000 has an album coming out, but which people have been waiting for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Just flute instrumental music.
Awesome.
I know, right?
I love that.
And the track listing
is it even him? Or is he just putting his name on it?
I'm producing a 7th grader.
I had to make ends meet, but this kid is great.
No, but all the track titles are crazy sentences. The first one is like, I swear I was really trying to make a rap album, but this just came out. It sounds like a joke. That really is the first one. But one of the titles is like, albeit, I can't remember what it is, but it's like, albeit offensive, wouldn't you agree the word pussy rolls off the tongue with much more ease than the proper term vagina?
He's forgetting about all the other great words for it.
Like hole, box, box cutter.
Ew, what are they doing? Is that
Oh,
when
my penis? Box cutter.
I thought maybe it was a period thing. My box is a box cutter, apparently.
Because you're
And that they show their
Yikes.
bloody pussy.
I hope not.
It better not be a phrase.
I hope not.
Oh.
I remember one time someone in Louisville who was like starting an OnlyFans thing was posting on their like Instagram being like, hey everybody, I'm gonna start like go follow me on this thing.
Yeah.
And then they were like listing what type of content they're gonna
Feet.
That was way weirder.
Oh no.
Like, well, it was just like a bunch of normal things, and one of them was like period blood play.
No.
It's just like man, kids really like are just an open buffet of sexuality these days.
It's gross.
It's like I'm doing all the whatever you want. Period blood play.
Shit in my mouth.
Which it's like it's fine if you're gonna do that.
Yeah.
But on your main Instagram, being like. Like your aunts are seeing it.
Like, why not, like, put that behind a paywall.
Yeah.
You're putting a lot of stuff behind a paywall.
Maybe put that as a voting thing where your patrons get to vote.
Is anyone here into blood?
Blood for chance.
I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas at the wall here.
But that is what it felt like, with someone just being like,
what is
I'm opening a restaurant, so I'm learning how to cook everything.
Yesterday I made risotto. Today I'm making an omelet.
Never been a fan of sushi, but it's a popular dish.
I better learn.
Yeah.
First I gotta learn how to fish.
Yeah.
This actually, forget everything.
No, my other idea.
Cut that.
Well, there's a black cat running around.
Is it
Using the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's polite.
Uh,
It has a bell on to scare the birds away.
Oh, that's very good. That's what Stanley Kubrick invented.
That's not true.
In a way, it is. There's some documentary I watched where they're like, Stanley Kubrick would invent dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
He wouldn't really invent it. He would just be like, this should exist. Make it. Make
the
it.
same way that anyone invents things.
Yeah. But he was like, I don't like that these cats are killing the birds.
Yeah.
So I want them to have bells. But I don't want them to like potentially get stuck on a tree and be like hung by their collar. He's like, so I want a collar that will detach, that can have a bell.
Why can't the bell just be inside
like
the collar?
Why not put it inside the cat?
Was that his idea?
No. No, it's some collar that detaches.
Oh, so that wouldn't be a very effective collar.
No, because why wouldn't the cat just take it off?
They would take it off immediately.
Yeah, unless they don't know.
Cats are...
Although Stanley Kubrick, I mean, he bossed around Tom Cruise at the height of his fame. He probably bossed around a cat.
It's true.
Probably did mind trick games on a cat. Stanley Kubrick made movies for dogs.
Did he?
No. That would be cool. What he got through when he went crazy at the end was just making songs for kids.
Nice.
And it's funny, it's like Oliver Stone. It's like going insane.
I'm co-directing an episode of Bluey.
I'm going to make a movie for dogs. It's not for people.
Marley and you.
It's not for you. It's for dogs. The screening was so loud. 80 dogs in a little theater going nuts. Soda all over the floor.
Oliver Stone just wants to watch a dog fight.
Yeah.
Where's dog fighting legal? Vegas?
It's not legal in Louisville? Shit. Fuck. No, I just wanted to make a shop for. Do have an Instagram page where I do scene for scene remakes of Boogie Nights scenes, but it's just me doing all the characters.
Okay.
And I just upload it like a minute at a time, out of order.
Okay.
Telling people. The first one is me as Don Cheadle's black country music fan, selling stereos.
Yes.
Because that scene is so funny to me if it's just a white guy. Because then it's like, well, what is the scene then?
There's no joke here.
Yeah, there's no joke if it's just a white guy in a cowboy outfit being like, this is some good music right here. And then my manager comes over, also played by me, and goes, what are you doing, man? You're fired. And then a week later, I upload. It's just me going, that's my wife's cock's in your ass, or whatever he says. Well, like, William H. Macy fucks up that line.
Yeah. William H. Macy fucks up a lot of things in that movie.
Yeah, nobody does. There's some line he fucks up where he's like, can you get my wife's cock out of you, or something? He says it wrong.
Take my wife's cock out of your ass.
Yeah. It was just that, and then slowly people are like, I guess he's doing Boogie Nights.
I thought it might be something else.
I'm confused.
Why is it called Boogie Nights Official?
Yeah. I guess that blue check thing really is the Wild West these days.
I wonder if Boogie Nights has an official Instagram. Or if someone's taken that because it's a funny name.
It's me doing the
You should call it Boogie Nights Official, but do the fitness thing.
I should. That's perfect. Get the followers through the fitness, and then once I'm in, I make it seem like I'm trying to get in shape for a reason.
And then it's just you doing Boogie Nights.
And the reason is so I can do Boogie Nights.
I wanted to do Boogie Nights alone.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to take my shirt off on camera until I was ripped. It's like, you took so many pictures of your body. But that was for Boogie Nights. If it hadn't been for Boogie Nights, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
I just wanted to do it for Boogie Nights.
I'd do anything for Boogie Nights.
I got a brand new pair of roller skates. I'm gonna sing the soundtrack.
This instrumentals.
It's me taking off a dress to reveal that I'm nude on roller skates, and then in the background it's me singing, I got a brand new pair of roller skates.
Can you be naked on Instagram? You can, right?
So. Well, I have to be for that, and then the scene or the ending scene where I'm giving myself the pep talk in the mirror. Yeah. And then I pull out a tiny penis. And then I go, God, it's cold in here.
Everyone's like, that's the punchline?
That's the punchline.
Jesus! He's been doing this for a year and a half.
That would be great, too, because that's the ending of the movie. So I would be doing it all out of order, but still ending on the end.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Oh, the coke.
So stupid.
That'd be awesome.
It's you somehow trying to kiss yourself.
It's a split screen of me in a tuxedo in the back of just my car because we can't get a limo. And then it's also me in like 80s whore makeup. We're here live on videotape. No, this would be great. I think Paul Thomas Anderson, he'd probably reach out to me and then I'd go, I know who your dad is. I'm from Cleveland. And then he'd go, wow. You know Goulardini? And I'd go, do I know him? I've met Big Chuck and Little John.
Can you believe it? How about some pierogies?
Yeah, having a pierogi. Having pierogies with Cleveland icons.
Yeah.
Dude, me and MGK chowing down on a pierogi.
Me, PTA, and MGK.
Oh, wow. DJ, I guess they're going with DJA.
DJA, MGK, PTA.
And little pierogies.
And
Couple
some
of pierogies.
pierogies. Some pierogs.
Michael Simon, Chop Chop. That would be a funny Cleveland show. We have Michael Simon, celebrity chef. He makes us food, but we don't like interview. He's more famous probably than MGK almost. He's a pretty famous guy.
I don't know who he is.
He's a bald Food Network guy. He was one of like Anthony Bourdain's like pals. So okay. he's
not the weird French one, right?
No, he gets the cool pass. Here's to where Anthony Bourdain.
Phil Rosenthal.
Yeah, it's Phil Rosenthal. It's Anthony Bourdain, and they go and they're like, our wives are mad at us, so we have to go make them dinner. That's like the plot of the that's like the conceit for the episode.
Josh Homme kicked my wife in the face, yeah. So I gotta make goulash. Yeah. With me and Josh in the kitchen.
Yeah. Michael Simon's wife is pissed at us.
Oh.
I have to make dinner for Harvey Weinstein, so he forgives my partner for doubting him as a predator.
And after this,
tonight on
Boogie Nights 2.
Boogie Nights 2. That's what I should call it, Boogie Nights 2.
It's a remake.
I somehow commissioned artwork that looks like a believable sequel.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, why in the fake poster are they aged up? And like it's...
But it's all him.
A, it's all him. B, it's all the original movie. It's still set in the 70s.
And he didn't even age them. This is just them from other movies.
The poster is like in the style of internet porn, which was the 90s. And it says Boogie Nights 2.
Pixelated face, perfect body.
Yeah.
Fake nudes were the funniest
Why don't the
thing.
cocks ever need time to buffer?
I think fake nudes were an important thing for our generation because it gave us a chance to laugh at the naked body.
And fake nudes are funny.
It made pornography funny, which is missing now. And now it's all period blood, it's behind a paywall.
It's also discerning because it makes you a smart shopper.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're like, damn. Jennifer Love Hewitt is loving getting fucked in the ass by 12 guys. Okay, I'm starting to...
I don't know about this one.
I don't know if Angela Merkel did ever pose for jugs.
Maybe the next one's real.
This might be a Photoshop.
I think the next one's going to be real.
No, and then sometimes you're like, this is great. They should collab more often.
Yeah.
This girl should have her do the nude scenes for her.
Avril Lavigne should fuck this guy more often.
Whatever porn still this body is from, should totally work with Emma Watson on a film together.
Yeah. Maybe Hermione gets a friend.
Yeah. Sure, Hermione's ass isn't that big and she doesn't have triple D's in real life.
But I think they'd still have chemistry.
Yeah. Now there's AI celebrity nudes. You know that?
I haven't looked at any.
Well, not that you'd look. There's no need to.
What?
But there's AI celebrity nudes. And
are they good?
I think probably not. It probably just looks the same. But here's what I was going to say is funny, is that people have been doing them with non-sexy celebrities.
Oh.
So it will be like... Like the AI will do a sexy like grandma from Everybody Loves Raymond. And I've seen some of those, which made me laugh a lot.
Meg.
No, we discussed previously. Meg probably has it going on.
Meg is hot. She's Mila Kunis in real life.
And the other girl who was also hot. That was the thing that really confused me. No,
I haven't watched Family Guy in a long time.
In the first season, it was a different girl's voice. And it was the brown-haired girl from Mean Girls, who's also in not another teen movie.
Okay.
As the generic hot. Her role in the movie is hot girl.
Yeah. What a great one.
Yeah. You ever seen another teen movie?
Oh, yeah. A bunch of times.
She's the girl who he writes the letter to, and then she's like, I don't just sleep with every guy who writes me a love letter. I give them blowjobs.
I just remember
That's
That's Meg.
That's Meg.
I just remember that really long fart.
Oh, yeah. There's so many great scenes in that movie.
You want to hear some real poetry?
Remember all the three white kids are pretending to be Chinese? The three young teens are pretending to be Chinese boys.
Yeah.
And the actual Chinese boys don't like them.
The one kid from Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah. That's how you know it's good, is if one of the kids from Freaks and Geeks is in it.
Seth Rogen is pretending to be Chinese.
Oh, I'm Chinese.
Chopsticks.
Chinese. Hell yeah.
What is that, a Fayetteville 20?
What's the oldest woman you could see yourself falling for? Do you think you'd ever be that girl in a boogie situation? So how old are you now? You're what, like 26? So that'd be like a 60-year-old? That'd be a 70-year-old.
Yeah.
Because she's half his age, minus 9.
Oh.
Because she's 20 and he's 49.
Jesus Christ.
Which I think is, not that he would be abiding by this, but I think is below the socially acceptable ratio number.
I also love...
Because isn't it half your age and then something with 7?
Half your age plus 7, I think.
Yeah.
So he's minusing more than you're supposed to add.
Yeah. My man is out here.
He's way...
Boogie. Jesus.
Boogie. Good God.
It's good to know that in a world where Boogie would have been a little bit more famous, he would have been on the flight logs.
And listen, if Fayetteville is any indicator, and that's an 8, because he calls her beautiful.
He does.
Which, that's his definition of a Fayetteville 8.
No, he said Fayetteville 8 is in regards to women he used to get or could get.
Yeah. So, but now he couldn't get anybody.
Now he can't get anybody.
Even though he's skinnier.
I have no money, and the doctors tell me I'm going to die. That was a wild scene, too.
They're just crying together, like, you're so fat, you're going to die.
Imagine you're 20 and you're dating someone, and they're like,
I'm dying.
I'm twice as old as you. Still not old enough to be dying of, like, a normal, like, age. And I fucked up on purpose long enough medically. It's quite a Shakespearean tragedy.
Oh, yeah.
Because only through his true abandon was he able to find love. And now because he has love, he regrets the abandon. Gift of the Magi.
Yeah.
Remember that? When
I also
the
love...
rubber duck and the hair comb, I think?
What the fuck are you talking about?
My introduction to Gift of the Magi was a Sesame Street video I saw once. Where Bert got Ernie a, like, holder for his rubber ducky by selling... his hair? I can't remember. The two gifts were like a rubber ducky holder and a hair comb. And they sold the thing to get the other one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, we both fucked up.
We're both idiots.
I remember we read that in class, and then my whole class collectively didn't get the message. And we were all like, that's a shitty Christmas. And my teacher's like, no, they, like, loved each other. And it's the thought that counts. And we're like, no, it's not.
It's not at all.
See, it's not the thought that counts. What the fuck is he supposed to do with a rubber ducky holder and a rubber duck?
That is not Halo 2.
Yeah.
It's not what I asked for.
What the hell, man?
I also love that.
Well, I did that last month when I sold my penis to buy my wife a condom.
She still used it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.
When Boogie is talking about how much longer he's gonna live, which is such a fun part of the documentary. He's like, I guess I'll probably make 50. I mean, it's pretty close.
It's a year away.
It's like, imagine breaking your life down like, yeah, I mean, probably at least one more year, right? Like,
One more year.
and not being in your 90s.
Yeah. What a guy. What a fella.
Being at an age where, like, you're still young enough to, like, technically you're young enough to, like, completely change.
Oh, yeah. He could absolutely get it together.
And instead he's just like, I don't know, I guess I'll just die soon.
Yeah. I have blood cancer. So many of those are things where I was
tuned out when he started listing all his shit and then came back. And I was like, oh, they're still doing this?
Yeah, no, the list is crazy. And there's a few in there where it's like, what is that? There's one where it's hyperization of the gonads or something.
I was like, what does he have, big balls?
You're like, what?
Because that one woman said she couldn't find his penis.
Yeah.
So if he's got big balls, at least that's like a compass she can use.
My girlfriend was like, how do you think they have sex? And then I said, I think they scissor with his flabs of his... They use his big belly flabs as a pussy, and then they scissor.
Yeah. And then she gets all those diseases somehow.
Oh no!
Somehow she's got hyper.
No, that girl's trouble. I think they may have broken up.
I hope they did.
Yeah, so I've got some DMs from from a lady.
Boogie X.
X Boogie 2991.
X Boogie 2000 and 3.
My girlfriend was like, I told her about it, and then she went to go like find it on the Fire Stick using the voice thing.
Yeah.
And then I would just call them Boogie, and then I just say numbers. I don't know the numbers. Now I do for the documentary, but I would just say numbers. And then she like did the little thing, and she goes, "The Sad Life of Boogie," and then she looks at me for the numbers, and I'm like, I don't think there's gonna be others. Like I don't. It's how like, do you mean The Sad Life of Boogie 1735 or The Sad Life of Boogie 2423?
By the time we get to the bottom, we're going to be at the happy life of
Yeah.
Boogie
Yeah.
6249.
The Sad Life of Boogie 2998. I also love when he goes into the job interview. He's just like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Boogie," and then he says Steven or whatever right after. But just the idea that in his mind he's Boogie.
It's absurd.
That's his nickname.
No one.
That guy's never boogied in his life. That guy's never danced once.
Oh my god. No, I'm just happy to know who did the flipping that magic table over video.
That was him?
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that.
in the movie at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like a meme?
I don't know. I saw it before, but
Okay. That's pretty cool.
I follow so many Magic the
How'd
Gathering.
you feel as a Magic fan watching a man sell away his Magic cards and clearly getting ripped off for them also? That guy loved...
No, he was not getting ripped off.
You don't think he was?
Magic the Gathering cards have really depreciated in value.
Oh, okay.
I actually had a similar moment to Boogie at one point when I didn't have a
that's what I was
job.
wondering.
I looked up some stuff. I was like, they played in like the vintage format. Probably still worth money. I looked it up and I was like, no. The time to do that was like 8 years ago.
Yeah. That is in the documentary. He's like, these will go up in value. And then the guy's like, that's what you said about the OC pack, and we all know what happened there.
No, that's not even what he says. Is he goes, these are only going to go up. And then he goes, yeah, but they've gone down.
Oh, yeah.
So like, no. Your argument is based on the fact that I'm giving you an overly fair price. Like, because he was buying them at like the cost.
So Boogie's getting a good deal.
Yeah, he was getting a good deal.
So I should go honor that businessman.
You
Because that would be the easiest place to find. I'm there
Oh,
for 3
dude,
days.
you could probably.
I've got
Oh, you
3
have
days in
plenty of
Fayetteville.
time to run into Boogie.
I'm there Thursday afternoon to Saturday evening.
Friday Night Magic, baby.
Friday-
Boogie will be there.
Oh my god! And my Friday show's in Fayetteville.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god, dude! I gotta go see him.
You might get invited back to Boogie's house for Saturday night.
This will be the inverse of when that girl from Fish Tank didn't come to see me in Tulsa. Yo, I would love. I was when we watched it. I was like, maybe I could stay at Boogie's house and give him like $20. Like I somehow find him and I'm like, hey, you got a place I can crash? I know you do.
I know you do.
The one thing I know about you is you have too much of a house.
I mean, even for you.
Way too much of a house. One time I stayed at an Airbnb in, I keep forgetting it's Little Rock. Never
Just the
mind.
once.
Yeah, just once. No, but I stayed in one in Little Rock, which it's too far to be the same place.
Mm-hmm.
But it was some weird dude, or it seemed like he just had like a big family home where he's like, I don't know what to do with these rooms. And I was imagining, like, maybe that was Boogie Airbnb.
It could have been Boogie.
But it wasn't.
Were there not arcade cabinets everywhere?
Well, it was in Little Rock, so it's too
Okay.
far. It was like 3 hours away.
I don't even think he lives in Fayetteville proper.
I bet he does.
I think he lives in like Shit Rock.
Bible in hand, Arkansas.
Bible in
He lives in Funko in hand, Arkansas. No, that was nuts. And watching him go through, I was like getting so amped up because I could scale down to like nothing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I could.
Yeah.
Like I have very little to think of deserving things. Like I've never like, but I need what? And he's like, it was so wild. He's like, I have no money. Then I paid my health insurance. I had to pay the electric bill. I bought the new Halo 3. I bought the new Tekken. I bought the new Final Fantasy.
It's like, but listen, if that's all I'm buying, it's like you spent all your money.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't afford to buy 4.
Yeah.
He breaks it down, and it's only like video games are so expensive now. It was only like 3 games, and he was like, "So I spent $250 on video games." It's like, dude, I don't think I spent $250 on like groceries this month.
It is weird that like America, the credit thing.
Yeah.
That like we created the system where people are like, no, I can just I don't have to have money to have a thing.
I can just have it.
I can have it and then just be in trouble forever.
What are they? They're gonna yell at me.
Yeah, they'll yell at me. It is bizarre because I remember being like very broke. Where I'm like, all right, I'll buy a bag of potatoes and a thing of bologna, and then I'll steal some onions under my shirt. I can steal 2 at a time if I get a bra.
Right, kidding. It's in Bloomington. What's anyone gonna say?
Yeah. No, and then it's like, no, that was when I was living with Reed. I was here in town. And then...
you did eat a lot of potatoes back then.
Oh, I was eating mostly potatoes.
Potatoes and carrots.
Yeah. No, but then it's like, you're like, man, Boogie he doesn't know how to not eat Taco Bell.
Yeah.
He can't. He owns so many games that it's like, it's not even, you're like, I have no entertainment. It's like replay another Tekken.
Yeah.
Go get a different Halo.
I'm sure Tekken 6 is just as good as Tekken 7.
None of your friends.
And he's not even like a streamer.
That was the other thing that confused me.
Is he just talks?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like that though.
Because but so much of that like streaming shit is like you're on all the time.
Yeah.
And that's like the whole thing.
Like that guy, Kai.
Sure. But like, no, but like streamers, it's like, I'm going to be on here for 12 hours and you get to see my life. And the trade-off is like, my life just is being online.
You will call the SWAT.
Yeah. But it's like,
Boogie,
you're already getting all the negative aspects of 24-hour live streaming. Just do the live stream.
Do that.
People like, if you had if I could have paid him during that documentary,
yeah,
I would have given him like if a thing popped up that was like Boogie needs a soda, I'd have been like, sure, $3,
Whatever.
Boogie, get him a soda.
Get yourself a.
Go get you a soda, Boogie.
Go get you a big gulp.
Yeah, that was great too. Watching him do the mushroom ceremony, and then just out of frame. I don't know if you noticed, he had a 12 pack of Mountain Dew.
Oh yeah.
Cans.
Well, there's Mountain Dew on the edge of a lot of frames.
Yeah. When he wakes up in the morning, takes a big sip.
To the point where, like, because I kept seeing it, like, out of the corner of the frame, to the point where I was like, is he trying to, like,
get a sponsor?
Protect? No, like, because it's never quite.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, because that's why.
The Mountain Dew is always fleeting. He's like, if I show how much Mountain Dew this fucker drinks, no one's going to take this movie seriously.
Yeah. That was wild. Like, you're on, like, a mushroom ceremony, and this guy's probably like, you gotta be pure, man, just bring water. And Boogie has that 1 bottle of Dasani and then a 12-pack of Mountain Dew.
Just peeing.
Yeah.
So much.
Oh, my God. Imagine how much he pisses on himself.
That man is covered in piss.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen my penis in years either, but that's because my pubes. I'm growing them out.
I got dreadlocks.
No, that boy loves Mountain Dew. No, but it's wild. I should just go teach him how to, like, cook.
That shaman seemed like
pretty cool guy.
It seemed like he had a lot of. It seemed like he had been given those questions, possibly by the documentarian.
Oh yeah.
Because the documentarian was too much of a pussy to be like, why don't you just shut the fuck up about your parents?
Yeah.
Why do you give that up forever? Just shut up.
Move on.
You're almost dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you should really get over this.
Oh my God. I hope he doesn't get that girl pregnant.
Oh, dude. Could he?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think he could. That's probably what hyperphagia of the gonads is.
You know, he had a big old tub.
That
was one thing my girlfriend was curious was, she said, do you think he got that tub custom built when he had a bunch of money?
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think there's no way he didn't.
Yeah.
The tubs don't just come like that.
That's what she kept saying. And I was like, in a rich person's house, there's big tubs.
Yeah, but he doesn't live in an actual... He lives in
you're right. It's
what you think of a rich person's house, but in reality is very shitty.
Yeah, you're right. It is just the facade of a nice house.
Yeah, built with just the cheapest
If Boogie
shit.
wasn't in front of it, I wouldn't think it was a nice house.
Yeah, listen, Boogie certainly ups the value a little bit.
Man, I want to go find that house. I bet I can.
I can't be that hard.
Because he's so famous that all these psychopaths,
He's
like, you
so
know what I mean?
famous.
But like all these, he's been famous for so long that like his address must be
Well,
out
someone
there.
just showed up at his house.
Yeah.
I think you might be mistaken if he still lives there.
Oh, that's true. No, he must still live there.
I love that his
My
idea...
girlfriend had the brilliant idea of Sam Hyde should buy his house and use it for Fish Tank Season 2.
He should. And have him be a contestant.
Yeah.
I think they would get
Boogie
along...
gets kicked out of his own house.
They'd get along
show.
about one thing.
Yikes. He says all of the words.
I also love that his idea of things, he's like, so would you be with me when things get like really bad? Like when we live in an apartment and eat McDonald's every day. It's like, that's still doing pretty good, man.
I know. That was, some of that made me so frustrated because I was like, this guy doesn't understand like what like A, hustle is, and B, like how, he's also like, yeah, I just go online, I grind it out and it's not working. And it's like, well, then you're not grinding it. Like the internet doesn't close, pal. Like, you know what I mean? But you can put in more hours.
Yeah.
The union's not going to stop you from working too many hours.
When there was someone at the grindstone, they didn't show back up after 3 hours going, I don't know, man, this is all the wheat I got.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, get the fuck back on there.
Yeah. Come on, Boogie.
Boogie.
It was so weird. He's like, yeah, it's just like, I don't get it. You know, I listen to this.
I still don't quite understand exactly.
It also blows my mind that he still has people like that. They're like, oh, he made $2,000 last. But it's like, from who?
Yeah, who's?
You know, I listened to a podcast about the Smashing Pumpkins, and they point because Billy Corgan's like just bitches all the time.
Yeah,
and he's like, all of our fans abandoned us. We used to sell like 8 million records. Now we don't.
It's like, they didn't abandon you.
Yeah, I know. But the podcast was like, Billy Corgan was like artificially successful because of the like 90s alternative like Nirvana boom.
Yeah.
They were artificially way more successful than they should have been.
Yeah.
And then the rest of their career is like a good successful career for like a band like that.
Yeah.
But he like
Who didn't deserve it.
Yeah. But he just artificially is like, well, why isn't everything they point out they're like he doesn't see that as being the fake situation. He sees the current one as being the fake situation.
Yeah, he's like, I'm supposed to be the biggest
I'm supposed
band.
to be huge. And with Boogie, that's what
Nick Cave is supposed to be making fun of me right now.
Yeah, exactly. And then with Boogie, it's like, that's what I feel is like, he's like, I had 4 million. It's like, you had a fluke on the internet once.
Yeah.
And that's not a thing anymore.
It's just gone.
Like, what happened to you was weird. That wasn't the normal.
No, yeah.
Being a fat guy who plays video games and talks about it online, not being able to pay his bills, is normal.
Yeah.
You being a rich guy is weird.
Turning your webcam on and occasionally saying racial slurs and talking about cutting up women's vaginas. That is not the road to success for many.
Yeah, that was the novelty.
I think you should be happy you ever walked down that road.
Yeah. The guy installing your big tub should have been like, you know, it's the big tub or this money forever.
Sure, this is the house, like the whole everything?
Yeah.
You're going to get all this. I also love that he says he bought all that stuff for the videos. It's like, what are you, a child?
I know.
Showing off your toys?
I know. It's insane. It is. It's because streaming really is like the exact opposite of like art.
Yeah.
Just in the sense of like art, hypothetically, you're doing a thing for like your own self-expression.
Yeah.
In streaming, you're literally just like chasing. You're tricking people to give you money in real time.
Yeah.
Like it's just, like they're the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like you're literally just pandering. Like streamers, their job
You're
is pandering.
panhandling.
Yeah. And that's like
very
that's fine.
successful.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's like that is a skill, and like those people, whatever. I know plenty of people who love watching streamers.
I do. Well, actually, I do.
Oh no, Eric made a caustic look. Who does your lady watch?
She watches the guy, Thomas Middleditch.
What does he do? Thomas
plays,
Middleditch.
He plays video games.
Is he canceled?
Not according to her.
Whoa. She watches Harvey Weinstein.
Hey man, not all women are woke.
She watches Harvey Weinstein's Tel Aviv blog. That's funny. So that's what Thomas Middleditch is doing now?
Yeah.
What's it like in there? You ever hang out in that virtual room?
He's playing Baldur's Gate right now.
Yeah.
He's a dwarf.
Whoa. He's tall.
He sings a lot. I usually want to tell him to shut up.
People are mad at him because he was too horny at goth clubs.
I got hard at night.
He got horny at goth clubs.
I had a Negroni and got a hard on.
How dare you be sexual at a place that plays the Cramps? We're trying to listen to Peter Murphy. This isn't a sexual situation, pal.
Okay.
None of these gals are. There's this Chuck Klosterman. It's a piece about the goth day at Disneyland.
Yeah.
It's in 4. You ever read that one?
Yeah.
But he talks about going to goth day, and he's interviewing all the goths. And it's in the late 90s. And he says that he asked all of them all, men and women, who they most would like to sleep with.
Yeah.
And he says the answer for the men is overwhelmingly Rose McGowan, which makes sense for like the time.
Yeah.
And he says for the women, it's Peter Murphy.
Which makes no sense for any time.
1990, yeah, exactly. That's clearly a thing Chuck Klosterman made up. That's like, what?
No one wants to fuck Peter Murphy.
1998, the average goth is like, yeah, I like that guy from 15 years ago. And the guys are all like, oh, the current hot lady.
Yeah. He's just mad that it wasn't Chuck Klosterman.
Yeah. No one's like Rob Zombie. I don't even know who the goth girl
Yeah, I don't know who that guy. I mean, Nick Cave would probably be the guy.
I don't know who. Yeah, you're right. It would probably be Nick Cave. It would not be Peter Murphy.
Definitely not Peter Murphy.
I say that, we end it. You go knock on your girlfriend's watching a Peter Murphy.
Do you want to fuck Peter Murphy?
She's watching a Peter Murphy's Twitch stream. Peter Murphy and Thomas Middleditch are doing improv ghost songs. We're doing an improv over a Farfisa organ.
Unsubscribe.
What a world. I gotta get out of here.
All right.
I gotta go to Thomas Middleditch's house.
I gotta settle this.